What happened when my manager stole my project and tried to present it as his own? I was 26, fresh out of grad school, working my first corporate job. I wasn't the loudest in meetings, but I worked hard. I kept my head down, stayed late, and built a marketing project I was genuinely proud of. Months of research, late nights, endless spreadsheets, it was mine. 2 days before the big quarterly presentation, my manager, Carl, called me into his office. He was all smiles. "Hey, great job on the project. I'll be presenting it to the executives on Friday." I froze. Wait, but I thought he cut me off. "Don't worry, I'll mention your contributions." Then he leaned back, smug. "This is a career-making presentation. Let me handle it." My stomach churned. Career-making for him, maybe. For me, it meant disappearing into the shadows. Friday came. The entire executive team filed into the boardroom. Even the CEO was there, a woman I'd only ever seen in company newsletters. My heart pounded as Carl took the stage. He launched into my presentation. Slide after slide, he parroted my words, my data, my strategies. He didn't just take credit, he acted like he'd invented the whole thing. Executives nodded, impressed. My chest burned with rage. Then came the worst part. The CEO asked, "Carl, this is excellent. What inspired this approach?" Carl smiled. "Well, I've been developing these ideas for months. I wanted something fresh." My nails dug into my palm under the table. Months? He hadn't even opened half the spreadsheets until I sent them. I thought about speaking up, but what if I got fired? What if nobody believed me? I sat frozen, humiliated, while Carl basked in praise. The meeting ended. Executives filed out. My chance was gone. But then, as people gathered their laptops, the CEO glanced down at the printed packet of slides. She frowned. "Strange. These file properties say they were created under Emily Turner's account." The room stilled. My name. Carl laughed nervously. "Oh, right. Emily helped me a little with formatting." The CEO's eyes narrowed. "Formatting? The metadata shows every revision, every edit for the last 3 months, all under Emily's login." Silence. My coworkers glanced at me, wide-eyed. My cheeks burned, but this time with something new validation. The CEO turned to me. "Emily, is this your work?" My throat was dry, but I nodded. "Yes, every part of it." Carl stammered. "Well, she contributed. The overall vision was..." The CEO raised her hand. "Enough. I don't tolerate theft. Emily, can you walk me through your thought process? I'd like to hear directly from you." My heart leapt into my throat. Everyone turned. This was my moment. I stood, hands shaking, and explained step by step how I built the strategy, the research I pulled, the analytics behind each recommendation. As I spoke, heads nodded. People scribbled notes. Even executives who'd been half asleep leaned forward. By the time I finished, the CEO was smiling. "Brilliant work, Emily. This is exactly the kind of initiative we need." She turned to Carl. "And you tried to claim this? Unacceptable. We'll be having a separate conversation." The room buzzed. Some coworkers actually clapped. That afternoon, Carl's name vanished from the project. Mine replaced it. The CEO personally emailed me, asking me to present again at the next shareholder meeting. Carl demoted within a month. Rumor was he was asked to resign. I'd spent so long terrified of speaking up, worried that being young meant being invisible. But in that boardroom, the truth spoke louder than fear. And I learned something I'll never forget. Sometimes you don't need to fight. Sometimes, if you've done the work, the receipts speak for themselves. Now, whenever I upload a file, I smile at the little line under properties created by Emily Turner. It's proof. And proof I've learned is stronger than any stolen spotlight.